Hello and welcome back to Keyboard Hitter, and you are watching Keyboard Hitter Package Manager tutorial series. So here in this video series we are talking about different package manager tool available in the market. In the previous video we have talked about NPM, which is Node Package Manager. The video link is given there in the description below. I'll request you please go and have a look. I can assure you it will clear your idea about the NPM. Now here in this video we are going to talk about Bower. I am going to make this video very compact and I'll try to highlight important facts about Bower, how we can actually use it and how it can actually help us in an application. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Now to work with Bower you need to have Node.js and NPM installed in your machine. Now NPM doesn't come separately. There is no separate exe for NPM, so you need to go to nodejs.org and from there you can download Node.js for your machine and you can actually install it, and while installing Node.js you can install NPM as well. So NPM comes with Node.js exe only. So now once you have Node.js and NPM installed, how you can check like yeah, these are actually working fine. So let's here for this video example I created a test folder which is bower-test. I open a command prompt in this folder and I'll type node space -v. So if it returns, yeah, it returned the Node version which is installed there in my machine. I will also do npm space -v, so it will return the npm version installed in my machine. So if both these commands return the actual version which is installed there in your machine, so that means npm and node is working fine in your machine and you are good to go with Bower. So you can see Node and NPM both the version I got, and so it means Node and NPM working fine. So let's go ahead and see how we can actually install Bower. Now in the previous video I have already spoke about like while installing any packages using NPM, we can either install those packages in only within the root folder or we can install them in global scope. Like if I do npm install Bower, so it means it will install this Bower packages within this bower-test folder, and this Bower will be accessible within this folder only. But if I do npm install space -g, so it means it will install the Bower packages globally. So it means from any directory, from any folder within this machine, I will be able to access Bower via command prompt or command line. Okay, so obviously we will install this Bower in global scope because this Bower is going to be used in many application, okay, from any directory. So better to install this Bower in global scope so that we can access Bower from anywhere within this machine. So you can see npm is installing Bower and it will take a very little bit of time and it will install. So we can see the Bower 1.8.0 version is getting installed. So once Bower is successfully installed, what we will do, we will type Bower and we'll hit the enter button and we'll see whether it's successfully installed or not. Yes, we can see it returned me all possible commands that we can use using Bower, and also it means it's successfully working fine. Okay, now it's time to download some dependencies or packages using Bower. So now we are in deep bower-test folder. So what we will do, we will install jQuery library using Bower. So let's do Bower install jQuery. So what it will do, it will go to the web repository, it will search this jQuery library and it will download this jQuery library and it will install that jQuery library within the Bower-test folder. So we can see a new folder got created which is Bower components, and if we go inside this folder, so we can see jQuery library is already there. And if you go to this folder, so you can see jQuery min.js and jQuery.js file is available for you. You can actually refer them within your project and you can actually use them. So in the previous video when we were working with npm, so we saw the npm creates node-modules folder, and here Bower creates Bower_components. So these are the two separate folders that npm and Bower manages on their own. Okay, so now jQuery is installed. So what we will do, like in npm we used to do npm space ls. Similarly for Bower we will do Bower space list. So it will return me all the list of the packages which is installed there within this directory. So we can see the jQuery 3.2.1 is installed in my machine within this subfolder called bower-test. Okay, and if we do bower space list --path, so it will return bower space list -path. Yes, so it will return the jQuery library along with the path. Okay, so we can actually copy this path from here and we can easily refer them within our application, okay, to where we want to use jQuery. Okay, so we have seen like how to install a package or a library using Bower. Now for example, we want to uninstall this jQuery, so we will do Bower uninstall jQuery. Commands are like similar with npm. So in npm also we have npm install, npm uninstall and all. So we can see jQuery successfully got uninstalled. Okay, now we'll go to Bower component and yes, bingo. So there is no such components available called jQuery. So jQuery got deleted. Fine. So we don't have jQuery right now. So if we do Bower space list, so there is nothing. Okay, so we can see we don't have any packages right now. So now we will download Bower space Angular JS. So it will download the Bower Angular JS. Oh, we missed the install command. So Bower install Angular JS. So it will install the Angular JS library within this Bower components folder. So once the installation is completed, we will go to Bower components folder and we'll check. Okay, so we can see Angular 1.6.4 got installed. Yes, within Bower components we have Angular, and there we have Angular min.js and Angular JS as well. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, so now install one more package is called Bower install. What else we can, again jQuery, jQuery. Okay, fine. Bower install jQuery. Okay. So now if you go to Bower components, so there we have two packages, jQuery and Angular both. Okay, now here if we do Bower list space --path, so it will list down the packages, install packages along with the local path. We can see the Angular and jQuery with the local path. Okay, now for example, you are working in an application and where you need like 100 of such external dependencies, where you have 100 of external dependencies. For example, you need to install 100 library using Bower from the web. So now for example, you are working in an application where many other people are working along with you as well, so you need to share these dependencies along with them, right? End of the day, the size of this Bower components folder will be huge if you have 100 external dependencies within your folder. So this is a very bad practice. This is a very bad practice to check in or push this Bower components folder to any repository. For example, you have Git repository or TFS, so it's a very bad practice to push this Bower components folder into that repository, because the size of this folder is unnecessarily huge and there is no point checking this particular folder to the repository. Okay, so what is the way out in this case? So what we can do, like in the previous video we have talked about npm init. So npm init basically creates package.json file for you. So here also we have Bower init. So if we do, again it will ask us couple of questions. For example, name, okay, let it be Bower test, description nothing, main file nothing, keywords nothing, authors nothing, license, homepage, you just need to say yes, 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 or you can change them according to your need. You can see the ultimate JSON file. Now say yeah, looks good, yes, hit the enter button and you can see like package.json file. Here for Bower we have bower.json file. So if you open this bower.json file in Notepad, you'll get to see within this dependencies section you have Angular and jQuery. So like in the previous video we have talked about, for npm we had package.json file, and npm creates a node underscore module folder where it install all the external dependencies. So in the previous video we have talked about the same thing, like we don't need to check in or push this node modules folder into the remote repository. Rather we will share this package.json file with the other developers, and they will execute npm install, and all the external dependencies will be installed into their machine. Similarly here also we are going to do same. So here we have bower.json file, and what we are going to do, we will share this bower.json file, we'll push this bower.json file into the repository. So for example, what the other person will do, in his machine he will not have this bower underscore modules folder, so he will only download this bower.json from the git repository or from the TFS, and what that person will do, he will execute bower install. Likewise npm install, here we have bower install. So if you do bower install, so what it will do, it will go to bower.json file and it will see what all are the dependencies listed there, and it will download them from the web, and it will create a bower underscore components folder. And if you go inside the folder, you can see this Angular and jQuery library got installed. So you do not need to check in this bower components folder into the TFS or the Git. Okay, you have better approach, you have better solution. Now, like in the previous video, we have seen within package.json file we had two sections, one is dependencies, one is dev dependencies. Similarly here also in bower.json file we have one dependencies, one dev dependencies. Right now we have only dependencies. Okay, so again, so now if you are using some external packages which is related to your development task, for example Grant, Gulp and all, you can have these dependencies within dev dependencies section. And if you are using some external packages which is related to run your application or which is going to support your application at the runtime, so you should have all these dependencies within dependencies section like Angular, JS, jQuery. Likewise we can see here within the dependency section we have Angular, JS and jQuery, because these are the packages we'll be needing while running the application. Now what if we want to download bower install grunt, okay, and we don't want this grunt dependencies within this dependency section. So what we can do, save and dev. So it will actually download these Grant dependencies from the internet, and it will install it, and it will have these dependencies within bower.json file in the dev dependency section. So now if we open the bower.json file, we'll get to see a new section is there which is dev dependencies, and we have grant.1.0. 1.0.1 installed. So this is how we can segregate our dependencies into dev dependencies and dependencies. So you have to be very careful about it, because this is something going to help you in long term. Okay, so so far we have seen how we can install external libraries, how we can uninstall, how we can actually share this bower.json file with the others, and we do not need to share the entire bower underscore components folder. We have also seen like how we can list down all the install packages with their path. We have also seen like how we can segregate our dependencies into dependency and dev dependency section. Now one last thing is remaining, that is, if we do like bower install, after having this bower.json file, if we do bower install for example backbone, okay, backbone.js, if we do this way, bower install backbone, so what it will do, it will search backbone, it will resolve the backbone dependencies, and it will download these backbone dependencies into your bower components folder. Like you can see here we have this backbone library. If you go inside, we have the backbone.js and min.js as well. But if you open bower.json file, you won't get to see the backbone dependencies here within dependencies section, neither in dev dependencies. So that is something, or this is something which you have to be very careful on, because for your development, for example, you need backbone, so you install bower install backbone and you got the Backbone library, and you are using that and you check in your changes. But now when the next person will download this bower.json file from the repo and he will execute bower install, the Backbone will not get installed in his local directory, because this Backbone reference is not there in bower.json file. So instead what you need to do, bower install backbone space -- save. So until and unless you are mentioning this -- save, Bower will not add this reference into bower.json file. So if you do -- save, so it will add this reference into dependency section, and if you do -- save -dev, so it will add this dependency into the dev dependency section. So now what we will do, we will do bower install backbone space -- save. So once the installation process is complete, now if we open bower.json, so if we go to dependency section, now you can see backbone.1.3.3 reference got added. Now if someone else download this backbone.js file from the repo and that person do bower install, so then backbone library will get installed in his local directory as well. So that is it for now. I hope you find this video helpful, and if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up below, and please subscribe Keyboard Hitter, because in the next upcoming videos we are going to talk about like the differences between NPM and Bower, and there is also a newly launched package manager tool in the market, which is Yarn, which is super fast, super reliable, and it has got amazing caching mechanism. So in the next video we are going to talk about that. So please, if you want to stay tuned with all this video, please subscribe Keyboard Hitter. And if you have some feedback or something for me, like if you want me to create some video tutorial on some specific topic, so please leave your feedback in the comment section down below, and I will try my level best. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day, stay tuned. Thank you very much once again.